Hello students, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning, ma'am.
Hello,
I'm
Miss. Good
good.
morning. I'm good.
How are you?
Good.
Okay, great then. I'm so great today because I feel happy that I can meet you again in this meeting. Today we're gonna learn about new topic, but before that, let us pray first before we start the lesson today. And please, captain of the class, lead the prayer.
All right, ma'am. Thanks for the time that you given to me. So everyone, praying start. Praying finish. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Tata, as a captain of the class. So before we start the lesson, I would like to check your attendance first. So here, Rate, are you here, Rate?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, great. Next, Intan. Are you here, Intan?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, great then. So next, Tata. Are you here, Tata?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. And last, Natariana. Are you here, Nata?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, great. And so all of the students are already in the class. And are you ready for the class today, guys?
Yes, of
Yes,
course,
Miss.
ma'am.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, great. I love your atmosphere. I love your vibes. And I hope you can join to this class and you can following to this activity as well. So here I have a little bit motivation for you before we start the lesson today. So it said that all the studying you are doing will be worth it in the end. So good luck. So it means that all the studies or all the activities you do will be beneficial for you in the future, beneficial for your dreams. Jadi saya berharap bahwa kalian selalu mengikuti pelajaran dengan semangat dan apapun yang kalian pelajari tentu akan bermanfaat untuk masa depan kalian. Jadi tidak ada satu hal pun yang akan sia-sia jika kalian mau belajar. Okay, great then. So here I have a picture. So this is can lead us to the topic of today's meeting. What is in your mind when you see this picture? Anyone please give me your opinion?
Can I, Miss?
Okay, please go ahead.
Menurut saya itu secangkir kopi, Miss.
Okay, secangkir kopi, great. Yes, this is a cup of coffee. So, have you ever make a coffee? Or apakah kalian pernah membuat coffee di rumah? Mungkin untuk orang tua kalian atau tetangga kalian mungkin?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, I think it's Intan. Can you share your experience?
Yes, I ever make a coffee. I usually mix a cup of coffee with my father, Miss.
Okay, great. You make a coffee for your father. So, what is the ingredients or the materials you need when you make a coffee?
The ingredients are a coffee powder, hot water, and sugar, Miss.
Okay, great then. So, setelah kamu mempunyai bahan-bahan yang kamu perlukan, apa saja tahapan yang kamu lakukan untuk membuat secangkir kopi ini? Bisa kamu jelaskan, Intan?
Bisa, Miss. Langkah pertama
Okay.
yang saya lakukan adalah menuang 2 sendok teh gula dan 1 sendok teh bubuk kopi. Setelah itu saya menuangkan air panas dan mengaduknya hingga rata.
Okay, great then. Yes, I love your answer dan saya rasa kamu memang benar-benar bisa membuat secangkir kopi. Dan itu tentu sangat baik ya. Dan untuk yang lainnya, apakah kalian pernah membuat atau membantu ibu kalian mungkin atau ayah kalian dalam membuat masakan atau membuat minuman bahkan? You can share your experience here. Anyone please?
Saya, ma'am.
Okay, I heard it's Tata. Please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. So, saya pernah membuat mie instan, ma'am.
Okay, mie instan. It's such a saya juga sangat amat sering ya membuat mie instan dan itu cukup mudah untuk dilakukan. Untuk yang lainnya, ada yang mau beropini lagi?
Miss.
Oke, saya rasa itu Natariana. Silakan.
Yes, Miss. I often make a hot coffee for my grandmother, Miss.
Okay, great. You make a hot. I'm sorry. Is it coffee or tea?
A hot tea, Miss.
Oh yes, a hot tea for your grandmother, right? Yes, it's a very great. Jadi saya rasa kalian sudah pernah membantu orang tua kalian dalam membuat seperti tadi Intan membuat kopi, Tata membuat instant noodles atau mie instan, dan Natariana membuat secangkir teh. Jadi kalian sudah tahu beberapa hal mengenai pembuatan masakan dan juga membuat minuman. So, based on your experience, and based on the picture before, today we gonna learn about procedure text. So, does anyone know what is procedure text, or what is in your mind when you heard about procedure text?
May I
Please,
try,
anyone?
ma'am?
Okay, I think it's Tata. Please, Tata.
So, in my opinion, procedure text is text to show how to make something, ma'am.
Okay, it's to show how to make something. Great, then. Does anyone want to give another opinion? Okay, I think no. Yes, Tata is right. So procedure text is a text that show us how to make something or how to do something. Jadi procedure text atau text procedure ini adalah teks yang berisikan tentang langkah-langkah dalam membuat sesuatu atau langkah-langkah yang berisikan informasi dalam bagaimana kita bisa mengoperasikan sesuatu. So, the function of a procedure text is to provide guidelines or instruction on how to create and use something so that it may be done quickly and easily. So, procedure text can help us in our daily life. And the structure of procedure text, or the generic structure of a procedure text, there are 3 points here. The first is goal or aim. The second is materials, and the last is steps or method. So in the goal itu berisikan tujuan, dan goal ini biasanya menjadi judul dari procedure text itu sendiri. Jadi itu berisikan tujuan atau apa sih yang ingin kalian sampaikan dalam teks yang kalian buat. Dan di materials itu berisikan bahan-bahan atau ingredients, biasanya juga tentang alat-alat yang kalian perlukan dalam melakukan sesuatu atau bahan-bahan yang kalian perlukan dalam membuat masakan. Dan yang terakhir, steps atau method, ini biasanya berisikan tentang langkah-langkah bagaimana cara kalian membuatnya. Okay, next is about the language features of a procedure text. So, there are several language features. The first here is use of imperative. For example, cut and don't miss it. Next is use of action, for example, turn, put, mix, and etc. And next, use of connectives. So for example, first, second, finally, then, or you can maybe say that the next steps is and etc. And the last here is use of adverbial phrase. So for example, for 5 minutes or 2 centimeters from and etc. And don't forget, when you make a procedure text, the tense that you use is simple present tense. Okay, so here about the types of procedure text. There are 2 basic steps, or there are 2 common steps when you write a procedure text. There is recipe and also manual. In the recipe is a tutorial or guide on how to make a certain meal or food. For example, how to make a fried rice. And in the manual procedure text, it is an instruction to operate a certain product, usually is an electronic stuff such as phone, oven, and television. Jadi secara gampangnya resepi ini seperti namanya resep itu berisikan tentang bagaimana kita membuat masakan atau minuman. Dan di manual procedure text ini berisikan tentang bagaimana mengoperasikan sesuatu. Dan biasanya berupa alat elektronik. Dan seperti misalnya televisi atau mungkin komputer bisa. Dan kamera juga bisa, seperti hal-hal tersebut. Then here I have an example of a procedure text. There are two examples of a procedure text. Based on the type of procedure text that I already tell you before, can you identify which one is a manual procedure text and which one is recipe procedure text? Can anyone please identify this?
Me, Miss.
Okay, I think it's Natariana. Please,
Yes,
Nata.
Okay, Miss. So the manual procedure text is how to use an electronic iron, and the recipe procedure text is how to make a cup of coffee, Miss. That's all, Miss.
Great, your answer is correct. So the manual procedure text here is how to use an electronic iron, and the recipe procedure text is how to make a cup of coffee. So far, after I already asked you at the beginning of the lesson and I already explained about procedure text, do you understand about procedure text so far, or there's anything you want to ask? Please, anyone?
It's clear.
Clear, ma'am.
Okay, clear. Okay, great then. Okay, so I can continue. Okay, here I have a video actually. This is the link of the video. Apakah suara videonya sudah terdengar?
Sudah, Miss.
Yeah, Miss.
Okay. Can I continue?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, thank you.
Hello and welcome to Kim's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you a simple recipe for cookies. Let's start with the ingredients. You will need 3 cups of flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, 8 ounces of butter, 1½ cups of sugar, and 1 egg. First, mix the flour and baking powder in a bowl. Then, in another bowl, mix the sugar and butter. Next, add the egg and blend in the mixture from the first bowl. Finally, use a wooden spoon to put balls of the cookie dough onto a baking tray and bake in the oven for 10 minutes. Allow the cookies to cool for a few minutes, but don't eat them all at once.
Okay, I will turn the video again. So please pay attention to what the speaker said in the video.
Hello and welcome to Kim's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you a simple recipe for cookies. Let's start with the ingredients. You will need 3 cups of flour, 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, 8 ounces of butter, 1½ cups of sugar, and 1 egg. First, mix the flour and baking powder in a bowl. Then, in another bowl, mix the sugar and butter. Next, add the egg and blend in the mixture from the first bowl. Finally, use a wooden spoon to put balls of the cookie dough onto a baking tray and bake in the oven for 10 minutes. Allow the cookies to cool for a few minutes, but don't eat them all at once.
Baik, saya sudah menayangkan videonya 2 kali. Jadi di sini apakah kalian sudah bisa mendengarkan videonya dengan baik tadi?
Yes, ma'am. It's clear.
Yes.
Okay, I think the video is clear, so you can answer my question then. So I have a question here. Based on the video, what is the ingredients that you need when you want to make a cookie? Who wants to answer? We'll give point, 1 point, I think. So, does anyone want to answer?
Can I, Miss?
Okay, I think it's Ratih. Go ahead, please.
All right, Miss. So the ingredients to make cookies are 3 cups of flour and then 1.5 teaspoons baking powder, 8 ounces of butter, 1.5 cups of sugar, and 1 egg, Miss. That's all, Miss. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Ratih. And your answer is correct. All of the ingredients is correct. So you already pay attention to the video. Okay, great then. So the next video here, please pay attention.
Lofty goal. In this lesson, hey Mighty, till now I still don't know how to start and shut down a computer. To start and shut down a computer, you must follow the given steps. Steps to start a computer. Step 1. Insert the computer plug in the socket and switch on the power. Step 2. Switch on the UPS by pressing the on or off button. Step 3. Simply press the power button of the CPU. Step 4. Switch on the monitor by pressing the on or off button. Some more. Starting a computer is called booting the computer. As the computer starts, the following screen appears. Desktop. The first screen when you start a computer is called the desktop. Icons. Pictures. Steps to shut down a computer. Now I will tell you how to shut down a computer. Hots. Will the computer work when there is no electricity? Step 1. Close all opened programs. Step 2. Click on the start button. Step 3. If you want to turn off the power, then click shut down without clicking other options. Step 4. Click other options to switch user, log off, lock, restart, sleep. Step 5. Wait patiently as the system shuts down. Step 6. Switch off the monitor. Step 7. Switch off the UPS. Step 8. Switch off the power plug. Some more. Laptops.
Okay, that's all about the video. So I will give you a question again. Can you hear my voice? Okay. To start a computer, how many steps do you need to do?
May I, Miss?
Okay, please go ahead.
There are 4 steps to start the computer, Miss.
Great. Your answer is correct. So there are 4 steps to start. Oh, and you also get 1 point. And for the others, there's another question for you guys. So when you want to shut down the computer, how many steps do you need? Based on the video. Anyone, please?
May I try, ma'am?
Okay, please, Tata, go ahead.
So there are 8 steps to shut down a computer, and the first step is close all, open the program. I think that's
Okay, great. Your answer is also correct. So there are 8 steps to shut down the computer. Okay, next. Here you have a group work. So saya sudah membagi kelompok di sini. Ada 2 kelompok. Jadi kalian akan bekerja dengan peers kalian. And what you should do is please create a simple procedure text, recipe or manual. And then after you done your work, please present your group work in front of the class. Okay. So is it clear, everyone?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, great then. So I give you 5 minutes because you work with your first. I think it's more easily. Okay, the time start from now. Baik, apakah kalian sudah menyelesaikan tugas kelompok kalian?
Sudah, Miss.
Sudah, Miss.
Oke, baik. Jadi di sini peraturannya adalah semua dari anggota kelompok harus mendapat giliran untuk membaca hasil kerja kelompoknya. Baik, kita mulai dari kelompok 1. So, group 1, please. Times is yours.
Okay, thank you, Miss. So I would like to present our discussion. We make how to make dalgona coffee. So I'm here with Rati. I will read the goal and the material, and Rati will explain about the steps. So how to make dalgona coffee. So for the ingredient, we need 2 tablespoons granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons instant coffee, 2 tablespoons cold water, ice for serving, and milk for serving. And for the step will be explained by Rati. Rati, time is yours.
All right. Thank you, Intan. So for the step is first in a medium-sized bowl, combine sugar, coffee, and water. Strongly whisk until the mixture turns smooth and shiny. Then continue whisking until it thickens and foamy. And then the second is fill 3 or 4 glass with ice and milk. Then add the whipped coffee mixture on top. And then lastly, mix them together before drinking. That's all, Miss. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Ruan. What a nice group work. I mean, your good procedure text is about dalgona coffee, right? So I think it's a viral drink at that time. And yes, next is group 2. Please present your group work. Times is yours.
All right, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity. So, the goal or aim from our project is to show how to operate television. And the materials are television, remote, antenna, cable, plug. And the step or instruction will be presented by my friend. Go
Okay,
on.
thank you. Okay, thank you, Tata. So the instruction or step in this procedure is the first one, plug the cable television into electricity, and the second, after that, press the power button to turn on the television. And three, wait until the television show the picture. And four, choose the channel that you want to watch. Use the button of the remote. Five, set the volume to use the remote or button volume. And the last one is if you want to turn off the television, you can use the power button. Okay, that's all from my group, Miss. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, group 2. Your work is already great and it's such a nice procedure text. Great job, everyone. Okay, that's all about the group work. Okay, here I have a quiz for you guys. So prepare yourself, and each of you should participate in this quiz because you will get point if your answer is correct. Okay, are you ready guys for the quiz?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, miss.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, great then. Okay, without any further ado, let's start the quiz. Okay, the question number 1. What is the generic structure of a procedure text? Who wants to answer the question number 1 will get 1 bonus point.
Me, Miss.
Okay, go ahead please.
Yeah, so the answer is A, Miss. Goal, materials, and steps.
Okay, the answer is A. And you absolutely correct, Nata. So the answer is A. The generic structure is goal, materials, and steps. Okay, we're moving on to the next question. The question number 2. Which one in the following is not a manual procedure text? Who wants to answer?
May I, Miss?
Okay, I think it's Intan. Intan, please go ahead.
I think the answer is B.
Okay, the answer is B. How to make a pancake? Am I right?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, the A and C option is a manual procedure text. Okay, we move to next question. Okay, this is here I have several pictures, the ingredients of making something. Okay, uh, who's the first?
Ratih, Miss.
Okay, Ratih, please go ahead.
Okay, so to make a cup of tea, the ingredients is number 2, tea, and then number 4, sugar, and number 5, hot water, Miss. That's all, Miss. Thank you.
Okay, your answer is correct. If you want to make a cup of tea, once again, it's a cup of tea. The ingredients that you need is number 2, the tea bag, number 5, the sugar, and the last one is hot water number 4 and number 5. I'm sorry. Okay, next, how if you want to make a cup of coffee, which ingredients do you need?
May I try, ma'am?
Okay, I think it's Tata. Please go ahead.
So to make a cup of coffee, we need number 1, 4, and 5. So the first is coffee, the number 4 is sugar, and the 5 is hot water.
Okay. So if we want to make a cup of coffee, the ingredients that we need is the first picture here, the coffee powder, the sugar, and also the hot water. Is that your answer, Tata? Because your voice is very small. I can hear your voice clearly.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Am I
miss.
right, Tata?
Can
Okay,
you?
great answer. Yes, your answer. Okay. It's clear now. Thank you. So, yes, your answer is correct, Ratih and Tata. Good job. You get one more bonus point also. Moving on to the last question here. How to make a cup of coffee. So, here are several steps when you want to make a cup of coffee. So here there are missing steps. So so you can pay attention to the step number 1 and the last step. So there are missing steps. Bisakah kalian menebak apa kira-kira langkah yang tertinggal di sini? Yang kosong di sini. Siapa yang bisa memberikan jawabannya?
Miss.
Okay, I think it's Natariana. Please go ahead.
Yes, Miss. So the answer is pour some hot water into the cup atau tuangkan air panas, Miss.
Okay, tuangkan air panas. Okay, we check it again. The first, take the spoons and blah blah blah. Yes, your answer is correct, Nata. So step yang hilang di sini adalah menuangkan air panas dan setelah itu baru bisa diaduk hingga merata dan jadilah secangkir kopi. Okay, great everyone. I think all of you already answered the question. So all of you get bonus point. Good job. And yes, I think that's all about the lesson today. That's all the activities today. Is there any question from you guys, or is there something that you still confusing about the materials today? Anyone, please?
I think it's clear, Miss.
Okay, it's clear. Great then. So all of you already understood the materials, the topic about procedure text. Okay, so here I have a homework for you guys. So what you should do is first you have to choose one type of procedure text. It can be recipe or manual procedure text. And then please create a video about procedure text. Jadi setelah kalian menentukan tema atau jenis procedure text yang ingin kalian buat, kalian bisa merecordnya atau membuatnya dalam bentuk video. Jadi kalian melakukannya secara langsung, tidak hanya membaca step-steps atau ingredients-nya seperti tadi, tapi kalian dalam video ini mempraktekkan secara langsung. Okay, the duration of the video maximum is 5 minutes, so please pay attention for that. And after you record your video, you should upload it on YouTube and then send the link on the WhatsApp group. And about the due date, it's 2 weeks from now, so you can make the great video, but the short but great video. Okay, so take your time, everyone. Okay, that's all about today's lesson. That's all about the activities today. Before I end up the class, I want some of you to conclude the materials today, what we already learned in today's meeting. Anyone, please?
Can I, Miss?
Okay, please go ahead.
All right, thank you, Miss. So for today's lesson, we have learned about the procedure text, and then the example of recipe, and also manual procedure text, Miss. That's all, Miss. Thank you.
Okay, great, Radhi. Thank you so much. For the others who want to give a conclusion about our meetings today,
May I, Miss?
okay, Intan, please go ahead.
Today we learn about the definition, structure, language feature, the types, and the function of procedure text, Miss.
Okay, great, Intan. Good job. So, yes, today we learn about procedure text, the definition, the structure, the function, the language features, and also we already watched the videos of the example of procedure text in manual and also in recipe types. And I also give you a quiz to make sure you're understanding. And don't forget to do your homework. Sejauh ini saya sangat amat senang dengan partisipasi kalian dalam kelas. Semua dari siswa dalam kelas ini sudah aktif dalam memberikan opininya dan juga memberikan jawaban dari setiap pertanyaan yang saya berikan. Jadi tujuan pembelajaran yang saya rancang yaitu di mana kalian bisa membuat procedure text dan memahami apa itu procedure text sudah tercapai dengan baik. Thank you so much, everyone. And before we end up the class, we start the lesson with the pray and we end the class with the pray also. So, pray, start. Pray and. Okay, that's all for today's lesson. Thank you so much for joining the class. I'm so excited here. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice day and see you in other meetings. Goodbye.
Thank you
Bye,
so much,
Miss.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Have a
Have a
nice
nice
day.
day.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
Miss.
so much, everyone.